Hello, Libra, and welcome to your July 2024 monthly reading. I'm using the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. Spirit, what guidance do you have for Libra for July 2024, please? Veiled. You're not seeing the entire energy, the entire everything of what's going on, right? This is a 38 card, which is 11, which is a divine number, right? And I'm getting that the 11 card is justice, which is the Libra card, right? But this full moon in Capricorn that just passed on the 21st was opposite the sun in Cancer, right? Full moons and new moons are always opposite the sun, but it was also opposite Mercury and Venus that was in Cancer. And all of it is opposing Neptune and Black Moon Lilith. And Neptune puts a veil on things, right? It shows you things you thought you knew, but it shows you something different, right? So perhaps I'm getting the word confused. Perhaps you're a little confused about this. Maybe you're a little thrown off by it, okay? And past life. It's a 14 card, which is number 5, which is change. So are you changing from who you thought you were, right? This veil from Neptune. So this Sun, Mercury, and Venus, that's who you are, who you love, and what you think is all different than you thought, right? And the Black Moon Lilith is your what you repressed, right? What you've diminished, your feelings, things like that, right? What you thought you needed to because maybe it wasn't conforming with others, what people told you you needed to change or, repress, all those things, right? For some reason, there were feelings and different things repressed, and now there's a veil that you're seeing through, but you're not seeing the whole thing because it's kind of shrouded, right? A veil is kind of shrouded. It's not 100% clear because it's shrouding your vision a little bit. And it might have to do with your past life. Okay? Spirit, what guidance do you have for Libra for July, please? The full moon is going to be in Capricorn again this month. So there's more work to be done, okay? Guidance for Libra, please, Spirit. What you don't see coming is happiness. So these changes, these things that you're not seeing, you're only seeing little bits and pieces of, little breadcrumbs of, it's going to lead to happiness, right? You're going to see it when the full picture, when it's time to see it, but it's leading to happiness. You're just not seeing the happiness, right? And the devil, there's some self-imposed restrictions, could be addictions too, that you're imposing on yourself, right? There's something you're self-imposing on yourself. Or because this is veiled, because you're not seeing clearly, you're saying, oh, well, it must be me. Well, no, not always, right? There's a time for everything, and maybe you just don't need to see it all right now. Or maybe you need to see it in little bits and pieces so that you can accept it and move forward with it. And the hangman, right? You need to see things in a different perspective, right? You need to see things differently. You don't have to see it all at once, right? Change that perspective. Change the perspective that you can see things a little at a time, right? Maybe you don't have any patience. Some Libras don't. Many people don't, right? Regardless of their sign. So things are veiled right now. Things are being released to you in time, and it could be bringing about some past life issues, maybe some child wounds, or it could have to do with your past life, your belief system, right, and your traditions. But it's going to lead to happiness. You just have to see things differently so you can release those self-imposed restrictions on yourself. Okay, how are you showing up? The Four of Cups. So you're at a standstill, right? You've stopped. You've sat there and see she has her arms folded and she's thinking, right? Look at her. She looks like she's pensive in thought. And she's like, okay, what do I have here? But what she's not doing is she's not seeing what is being offered to her, right? She's so focused on that one thing, she's not seeing everything else or seeing the cup of love that's coming from her. And there's a little dove, right? Peace. Peace is being offered to you by the divine because you're frustrated, right? You're self-imposing some restrictions and you're not seeing things in a different perspective. You're not seeing the happiness. So the divine is offering you peace and you have your arms folded and you're focused on what's going on. So um, that's what's being veiled, but you need to look through all the veil and see all the different pieces. Okay. What's your challenge is the Eight of Cups. Is your challenge is moving forward, right? Is moving to higher grounds. And there's that cup from the divine again, and there's the full moon or the moon, right? You got the new moon in Cancer that's showing up. That will be here on the 5th. And that's Cancer is about nurturing, right? It's mother. And so take time for yourself, right? You're not doing that. You're kind of stressed out right now, I think. I feel. I'm a Libra and I feel a little bit stressed about some things as well. So I need to mind my reading. Okay, recent past is the Queen of Swords. You found out some truths, or some truths came to you, or the Queen of Swords is also about cutting through the crap, right? She knows what's real and what's not. She knows what's crap and what's real, right? Um, I personally don't like when people pacify me or try to blow smoke in different parts of my body, right? I don't like it. Just tell me the truth. That's me. Okay, your near future is the Six of Wands. Is victory. So there is victory at hand, but there's just some things you have to do here. You have three major arcana in what you don't see coming, right? So major arcana is action, right? All this right here is process. So there's work to be done, but you're not seeing the overall picture, which is the happiness when you change your perspective and release those um, self-imposed restrictions, right? And what's your overall energy right now is the star, is healing. So you're doing some healing. So Libra isn't always patient, right? Libra is the scales and Libra is balance. And sometimes when we feel pressure on one side and it's tipping and it's tipping and it's tipping, we get stressed out. But we need to heal. So we'll get some clarification on this. Let's get some clarification on the devil card. Okay. Spirit, what does Libra need to know about the devil? The Ace of Pentacles, planting seeds, Seven of Cups, and Justice. So this devil card is about planting seeds, right? What do you want? Walking through that door, right? Walking on, moving on, right? Like the Eight of Cups, that's your challenge. So maybe you think the door is locked, but it's not. Open the door, right? And you have choices. And sometimes Libra doesn't like all their choices. And then you have the Libra card here, right? Which is justice. And remember on this 38, this veil, I thought justice came into my mind, right? The number 11 card. So there's some balance. You need to balance those self-imposed thoughts, right? Don't, it's not all one way. It's not all your fault and it's not all not your fault, right? And then by fault, I mean your doing, right? Um, there's choices and there's this new perspective that you need to see, right? I know I am able to see both sides of a story, right? Both sides of a situation. And, it can be good, but sometimes it's bad because you want to be right, right? At least I'm talking about me. Sometimes I want to be right, but then I can see the other person's point of view and it's like, okay, maybe I'm not right. And maybe that's what happened. Maybe you wanted to be right but you really weren't. So that truth came forward, and now you need to nurture yourself and cut through the crap because you're not seeing the whole picture, right? But you still need to move forward to your higher self and have victory. So let's get some clarification on this star card. Spirit, what does Libra need to know about this star card, please? Queen of Cups, Queen, Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So nurture yourself. Nurture yourself. Um, build boundaries, right? Maintain boundaries, create boundaries, and then unlock whatever it is that you're locking, you're self-imposing yourself. You're wrapping yourself up in this. You're closing your eyes. You think that you're doomed because you have all these swords, but there's water down here. Feel it, right? Have your feelings. Um, she's she's on. Wow, she's on the dark, dry, hard part, but there's water all around. So her feet aren't bound. She can move, right? She can walk away. And those bindings aren't really tight. So she can take those off and she can release those self imposed restrictions. So fill your cup, right? And create the boundaries that you need. So things are being veiled right now, right? You're seeing things, but you're not seeing the whole picture. See things from a different perspective. That it's okay to see just a little bit of it right now. You still need to heal, right? Plant those seeds of something, right? When you set those boundaries, plant some new seeds because you need to continue to fill your own cup so it leads to happiness. Okay, Libra? I so appreciate all the likes and subscribes. Please share this with others you think might need to hear this. And until next time, Libra, enjoy your month.